All right, hello. So why don't you tell people about what your movie Damage is about?
Damage is a story of a serial killer who starts off in Chicago, and there's a number of crimes out there which I'm not involved in. But suddenly, the same killer or the way the killer lays out the body in a certain way, remains of the body in a certain way. Suddenly, a crime comes up in my backyard in Scotland. So, with the help of the detective who was in Chicago, Sam Jackson, he flies over and then he tries to help me solve this case, which has eluded him for 5 years. So it's one of these. It's a really good serial killer movie, which incorporates some, true gritty British crime drama in it as well. So it's kind of different, but with a great eclectic cast, which hopefully has you on your seat with its twists and turns.
Oh my God. So Samuel L. Jackson. Tell me what it's like to work with that guy.
I mean, Sam's an absolute legend, and he's a gem of a guy with a heart of a lion. This guy, he's just so much. He's charismatic, just so much flair. So, both characters have vulnerability when they get together and they kind of form this partnership to try and for the greater good, to try and solve these crimes. But yeah, no, it was an honor to work with him. He's absolute legend, pure class.
Is he like does he have the big energy? I'm obviously you've seen him like in those in between moments. Shed some light what he's like as a man.
Sam is Sam, right?
Yeah.
Like you're good. I mean, Sam is Sam. So Sam delivers so well, and he's been doing this for so many years. But yeah, he definitely has. I mean, he has a big energy when it's necessary.
Right.
Obviously, when it's not necessary, he can be calm. You know.
It's good that he has that ability. And what about Vincent Cassel? Because he's also incredible.
Yeah, Vincent's like he's just this cool cat, isn't he? He's just so I don't. He's got that European flair who
Right.
just and he's a pro. He's an absolute pro, and everybody came and they gelled so well. It was just this great camaraderie on set, and we know we were trying to create something special, and Sam put his whole heart into this project. So you know, he, everybody wanted this to 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 be amongst
Oh
these
yeah.
movies that you kind of rhyme off. So aye, it's good.
I bet it brings the best out of everyone. Everyone has to bring their A game.
Well, yeah, nobody wants like if you enjoy your work, it's not going to work. It's fun and it's pleasure, right? So that was a kind of there wasn't a day that I didn't want to go to work, or didn't want
Ooh.
to go to a certain person, whether it was Brian McCarty or John Hanna, Kate Dickey, Laura. You just always were looking forward to working that day. It's
Oh,
good energy.
that's phenomenal. And what did you think the first time you read the script?
Well, obviously, for me, the strength is in the script,
Yeah.
and if the script's no good, then it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it just had that. I'm a huge fan of the genre, so it's hard for me, and being a huge fan of the genre, like it was there's a lot of influence. Seven had a lot of influence on this movie, I feel, and with that whole mentorship between um, Morgan Freeman, Brad Pitt, and to
Mhm.
think that trying to create something with Glenn Boyd, my character, and Lawson, Sam's character, where they're going around the different styles. I remember there's one scene with Vincent Cassel, and they're like, have you checked something out at somebody's house, and I'm like, without a warrant, and Sam's like, that's the American way, and it's like even different detective styles, So it definitely I thought it had it had the minerals to be something good.
Very nice. How do you describe your own acting technique? How did you approach this role? And what do you think about method acting? I sort of threw three questions in one there for you. So
Yeah,
say whatever you like.
Ja- so James Caan said, "There's nothing more boring than an actor talking about his acting." but
Okay.
I'll just be really quick with you. I lost my grandmother, who I was raised with, less than a month before shooting, before principal started.
Mm.
So I couldn't but carry so much grief within me anyway. And it's not something I couldn't shake it off, in the sense that it's always there. You put it in the back of your head and you get on with your work.
Right.
But it worked really well for my character, because my character loses. Well, I just lost a kid, a 1-year-old or 2-year-old child. So there was a lot of grief happening and vulnerability with my character. So method acting was I didn't have a choice.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was thrust upon you. Oh my God.
yeah, yeah. So I don't. I'm a great believer in method acting. So
Oh, okay. Yeah. It seems like isn't it like even just like mentally like a hassle? Like not to sound like lazy about it, but isn't it do you ever find it taxing?
I think the biggest issue with method acting is when you finish your job and you have
Right.
to reality, and you're kind of shaking everything off, and the relationship you have with certain people. You think, oh, like maybe not in this movie, but you're going, oh, there's my wife, and you're every day you're with them, or I hate that person, I hate you because you're in the in within the script there's a reason to hate that person. It's something the movie stopped and you go, oh, we're having dinner. Hang on a minute, or so that's the kind of thing that I think initially, but I think with time you learn how to just turn it turn it off.
That's good stuff. And tell people about the director, Terry McDonough. What was he like as a collaborator?
Terry was good. He's got a lot of class and a lot of quality. He brought he's the good thing about Terry was that he's used to doing the Breaking Bads of the world and Better Call Sauls.
Yeah,
Uh,
right, right.
yeah, but he kind of brought those elements into the movie.
Mm,
He's absolutely more of a TV series director of Killing Eve. He did so many great ones.
mm.
So for him, I think this was, I don't know if it was his first or second feature, but
Uh,
he definitely knew, he knew his shots and he knew his style. But he was very good, good to work with, good collaborator.
That's good stuff. It sounds like a professional, like technical guy.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, listen, I could never be a director. The technicalities of it. I'm lucky to work my phone and an iPad.
Fair enough. So, what do you think, like in a psychological or even like a emotional, spiritual level, what was it that think compelled you to pursue this line of work?
The damaged or line of work as an actor.
Acting, just acting in general.
Acting. Initially I wanted to be a football player, like
Oh,
that's
okay.
what I call it.
Still
But
different.
yeah, and I was with a professional team till the age of 19. Um,
Okay.
but I fell through a glass roof when I was 14 or something like that in
Oh,
Spain,
wow.
and that kind of really ruined it and whatnot. But yeah, and then it's one of these things at careers where you really have to stick at it,
Hmm.
and there's so many. My father was a cabaret singer, and there's Peter Capaldi as well, who was Doctor Who at the time, and there's so many. Lewis is a singer, and like there's so many Capaldis out there that are doing great. So you just got to you've got to run with it, and it takes time. It doesn't, I've been at this for maybe professionally 14 years, but it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight, and if it does,
Hmm.
then that's one of the miracle success stories of the world.
Oh, well, that's good advice for people. Maybe stay patient,
I stay strong.
stay
Don't let
strong.
stay focused.
Oh, that's good stuff. And when you said football, I think we would refer to it here in North America as soccer, right?
Soccer, yeah, I would get mugged if you like me.
You're right. All right. Well, thanks very much for your time. It's a lot of fun. I certainly enjoyed this film. One more question. What do you hope people get out of Damaged?
Well, I mean, I just want to be part of a roller coaster, emotional roller coaster, evoking whatever emotion it is in them. Sorrow, sadness, excitement. And it's about keeping people on the edge of their seats. You don't want them being comfortable and knowing who done it. It was him, or it was her, or it was him. You go, oh, wait a minute, I never saw that coming. That's what you really want. So, that's what I hope that the audience get from it.
All right. Well,
Okay,
thank you very much for your time.
okay, brilliant.